Before I begin, I just want to say it is cold outside. Freezing. Like, it got down, it felt like, according to my phone, -4 last night. And now it's slowly rising back up. So, it is cold here along the shore, and it's February. So what do you expect? With that out of the way, welcome back, everybody. Trevor here, of course. And today on the channel, as you could probably tell by the title of this video, I will be talking about the New Jersey Devils. It is officially the All-Star break, or I should say, the All-Star game is taking place today. 12:30 now, in about a couple hours or so, depending on when this finally gets uploaded. Probably about 2 hours from now, when it gets uploaded. The All-Star game itself is today down in South Florida, home of the Florida Panthers. Jack Hughes representing the team down there. Unfortunately, didn't do so well last night in the skills competition, the accuracy competition. He finished second to last with 32 seconds in the accuracy competition. So, not the best performance, but it's okay. When you're leading, when you're in the top 10 in goals, assists, and points, I mean, I think it's going to be okay. So, let's just get straight into it. Here is the All-Star break report for the Devils. Nothing major, just want to go over a couple things. Records, who are the leaders so far, playoff odds before the season and now, some team awards, and just some final thoughts as we get ready for the second half of the season. So let's just get straight into it. Currently, right now, second place in the Metro Division, fourth in the Eastern Conference with a record of 32-13-4. That equals 68 points. Their playoff odds right now are 97.5%. That means that is the chances they have of making the playoffs. The fifth best odds to do so. So, clear, unless a major collapse happens, like we're talking a 10-plus game losing streak, I think it's safe to say that the New Jersey Devils will be making the playoffs this season. Praise be, my lord! Playoff hockey will most certainly be back in New Jersey this year, and boy, oh boy, do I love it! So, good on that so far, and I've done a little math here. You know, I'm not really a big math guy, but you know what? I decided to break out the old calculator for this next part. So, the current point projection right now to make the playoffs is between 95 and 98 total points. So, put that in mind right now. Devils right now have 68 points, which means if we're basing it off that 95, 98 point range, I'm going to put it down, they will need 30 more points to essentially clinch a playoff spot. 68 to 98. Okay? And they have 33 games left to do so this season. So you think about it. 30 more points and 33 games. So essentially, just breaking it down, they would need 15 more wins to essentially clinch, to put them in that range of clinching. 30 more points, which 15 times 2, because you get 2 points a win, 30 points. Simple as that. So, basic math, but that is what I see as the projection here. 30 more points to essentially clinch, 33 games left, you need 15 more wins. Almost about half of the final stretch of games here, so we'll see what they can do. And, hell, with the way they've been playing this year, I think it's possible. Here are your top leaders so far. Just the top fives in a couple categories. In goals, of course, Jack Hughes, number 1 with 33. Nico Hischier, second with 21. Jesper Bratt, third with 19. Dougie Hamilton, fourth with 13. And Dawson Mercer, fifth with 11. In the assist category, Dougie Hamilton leading the team with 33. Jack Hughes in second with 31. Jesper Bratt in third with 31. Nico Hischier in fourth and 25. And Dawson Mercer fifth with 18. So, between the two categories, you can assume the top 5 in points are the following 5 players. Jack Hughes in first with 64. Jesper Bratt in second with 50. Nico Hischier in third with 46. Dougie Hamilton also tied for third with 46 as well. And Dawson Mercer in fifth with 29. So, basically, those are your top 5 guys leading the team right there. Hughes, Hischier, Bratt, Hamilton, Mercer. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, next up, I just want to give some team awards so far at the halfway point. Obviously, the MVP of the team. Who else? Excuse me for a second. This guy right here. Number 86, Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, ladies and gentlemen, the MVP of the New Jersey Devils. Is there anybody else? Anybody? No, there isn't. And I've been hearing a lot of hate. Not really a lot of hate, but some doubt and how Jack Hughes, is he really this good? Or is he just carrying a bad team? Let me tell you something about Jack Hughes right now. Let me tell you a little story about Jack Hughes. See, when he got drafted back in the summer of 2019, I was there at the draft party outside the Prudential Center. We all heard the pick. The New Jersey Devils select first overall in the 2019 NHL Draft from the USA U18 Men's Development Program, Jack Hughes. Great. Solid. Bona fide playmaker. But you know what? Those fucking fuckers across the river at that dump known as Madison Square Garden, you know what they did? They were laughing when we selected Jack Hughes. They were howling. There was a video circulating online, I bet you could find it easily, of them cheering and laughing when we selected Jack Hughes because they thought Capo Caco was going to be the better player because they got all mind controlled by the fucking pundits who think they know what they're talking about. Oh, Caco, he played in a men's league in Europe. Oh, he's played with men. Oh, he's tough. Jack Hughes has played against nobody. Ha, 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 ha. Fuck you! Guess who else went through the men's development program at the USA Hockey? Patrick Kane. Austin Matthews. Just to name 2. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but I think they turned out to be pretty good. Oh, how can I mention? Quinn Hughes. Future Devil in a couple months, Luke Hughes. Just to name a couple more. See, here's the thing. When you're selected first overall, people put these expectations on you, which is rightfully so. You're selected first overall to your class. You're supposed to be the best guy. But guess what? Not everybody in their first year is going to be a McDavid, a Crosby, Ovechkin. Sometimes they need time to develop. But unfortunately, patience is not a virtue these days. So, I'm just gonna... When Jack Hughes struggled his first year. Oh. Bust. Oh. He's terrible. Oh, he can't play to save his life. This is who they selected. Oh, God, he's terrible. Look at him now. All you people who called him a bust now backtracking. Oh, we knew he was going to be great. Oh, yeah. We knew it. Oh, we knew it all along. Jack Hughes is it. Oh. You know what I say? You know what I say to you people? Fuck you. Literally. Kiss my ass. We deserve this as Devils fans. For those who have been through this hell of a rebuild the past 10 years, dealing with all the bullshit, we deserve this. We deserve this superstar. And yes, Jack Hughes is a top 10 player in the National Hockey League. And if you say different, you can politely fuck off. Watch his games. Watch what he is doing. He is essentially point per game right now. Hell, over point per game. 64 points in fucking 32. Essentially point per game. With 33 games left, Jack Hughes has already 64 points. He's going to break the all-time season single point record for the Devils, held by Patrick Elias. He's going to break the single season goals record held by Brian Gionta. The Devils have never had a 50-goal score in their 40-year history. The record is 48 or 49 by Brian Gionta back in 2005, 2006. Jack Hughes is well on his way to breaking that. He's going to break over 100 points. He's projected to have over 100 points. But, Jack Hughes is trash. Jack Hughes is this. He's leading a bad team. Screw you. We deserve this. The fans who have been through all the bullshit. We... I just needed to get that off my chest. But Jack Hughes, the MVP of this team. He will become a superstar. He's well on his way to superstardom. And guess what? He's going to be a top 3 player in the league one day. He's not even reached his prime yet. He's only 21 years old. Imagine what he'll be doing at 25, 26, 27. His number will be in the rafters one day at Prudential Center. And I swear to God, I hope he at least gets one Stanley Cup ring. I was there for his first career goal. I was there when he tossed his stick into the crowd after the game winner in overtime to start the season last year against Chicago. Jack Hughes is a New Jersey Devil. He is ours, and nobody is taking him over my dead body. And I'll finish with this. Jack Hughes did a little interview before the skills competition last night while he was warming up on the ice. He's excited for Luke to come. And he says you haven't seen anything yet until him and Luke Hughes is on the same team together. So get ready. You have no idea what's coming. Next up for my team awards so far is the Comeback Player of the Year. And I went with Dougie Hamilton. Now, I mentioned this in my post-game drive-home show after the overtime comeback win against the Golden Knights. If you haven't watched it, please do. And I made the point when Dougie Hamilton signed here 2 summers ago. A lot of people were like, really? The Devils? I mean, you got your money, sure, but are they a good team? Well, last season at least, Dougie Hamilton had the massive face shield around his jaw. He was recovering from a jaw injury. And he was also playing on not a broken foot, but essentially an injury on his foot. So his performance, not what you expected. But so far this year, he's returned to form. 13 goals, 33 assists, 46 total points. He's showing why he signed here. And golly gee, what a great guy to lead your defense. Imagine the combo of Dougie Hamilton and Luke Hughes. And oh, by the way, the second overall pick this past summer, Simon Nemec. He's lighting it up down in Utica right now as I speak. I'm just saying, watch out. You're not going to know what's coming when we start getting our young guys. This league has no idea what they're in for. So Dougie Hamilton, comeback player of the year, and I think rightfully so. He is showing why he deserves the money we gave him. Granted, on the defensive end, it is a bit of a liability, but when you're putting up points and goals and assists, it doesn't matter. Right? We signed you to put up points. And that's what he's essentially doing. The defensive leader for this team, I actually gave to Jonas Siegenthaler and John Marino. Now, I know John Marino is on injured reserve right now. He should be back sometime this week. He's been practicing non-contact for the past 2 weeks, so hopefully Monday, before the game against Vancouver, we will get an update on him, and if he's in a full practice jersey, then we will know that he will be back. So, with that, I just think, I'm sorry, what was he saying? Oh, yeah, so Jonas Siegenthaler and John Marino, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Marino hopefully will be back sometime this week. Now, Jonas Siegenthaler is the interesting one. A couple seasons ago, I think it was the shortened season. Yeah, the you-know-what season. We made a trade to get Jonas Siegenthaler from the Washington Capitals, a player who hasn't really hasn't tapped into potential, but it was there. And boy, oh boy, has he turned into one of the best lockdown defensemen in all the NHL. He doesn't put up the points, but you watch his defensive game, Jonas Siegenthaler paired with Dougie Hamilton, you got your lockdown defender and you got the point scorer. You got the offensive guy. What a perfect combination. So that's why I gave it to both Siegenthaler and Marino. And when we traded for Marino last summer when we gave Ty Smith to Pittsburgh, I heard a lot of great things about Marino, saying he's very good defensively. And boy, has he showed it this year so far. So those who I give my defensive leaders to, Siegenthaler and Marino. And last but not least, my Flying Under the Radar award, Dawson Mercer. Mercer, like I said, 11 goals, 18 assists, top 5 in points, 29. Here's a guy in Dawson Mercer, when he got selected, he immediately made the team. Didn't play a game in the AHL. Could have been AHL eligible, but he earned his spot on the roster. And in his rookie year, he did not miss a single game. And he is building himself up in that second line role. Potentially third line. It's been a little tough this year with the line combinations and Lindy Ruff shuffling everything around. But Dawson Mercer is building himself up to be a key part of this middle six portion of the roster. And I pray to God they don't trade him. So I'm hoping Mercer will definitely stick around. He's a great young player. Like I said, played every single game last year in his rookie year. And he's just a good team guy. And he has good hockey IQ. I see what he does on the ice. He makes the clean passes. He knows how to start a breakout. He can help back out on the defensive end if the team gets stuck. So I really like what Dawson Mercer is doing. And I hope he can stick around. So those were some team awards so far, in my opinion. And now, before I get to my final thoughts to wrap up this video, I just want to mention real quick, how about some playoff odds and Stanley Cup odds? So, if you are a degenerate gambler, or someone who likes to take a bet here and there, boy, if you punched in a preseason ticket on the New Jersey Devils, I hope you're feeling good right now. To start off the year, They over-under was 89.5 points. And as I said at the beginning of the video, right now they have 68. So they are well on their way to making the over on that. To make the playoffs, they were minus 120. So not the best of odds, but if you put a decent amount of cash on there, you could get a nice payout. And to win the Stanley Cup, I know they're probably not going to win the Cup this year, but how about this to start the year? Plus 5,000 and a 0.19% chance. Oh, I'm sorry. No, a 0.1% chance to win the Stanley Cup. So, nothing. They were bottom half of the league in preseason odds to not only make the playoffs, but win the Stanley Cup. Now, their current odds. These are the current odds as of today. To win the Stanley Cup right now, the New Jersey Devils are plus 1,600. That is essentially now a top 10 team in the league right now to win the Stanley Cup. The over-under right now is currently 109 points, and they have jumped up to a 2.9% chance to win the Stanley Cup. I didn't mention their odds to make the playoffs. Well, the betting odds, I should say, to make the playoffs, because it's like minus 5,000. So it's, unless you really think they're going to miss, I would avoid that one. So I found that funny, how they have jumped dramatically in both the odds to win the Cup and the over-under points, and rightfully so. I mean, when you're, what did I say, second in the Metro, fourth in the Eastern Conference, your odds will increase. So there you go. So, some final thoughts before I wrap this up. As I see on my timer, I've been going for 21 minutes now. Look, I have been impressed. This team has exceeded all my expectations. And I could say that nobody in their right mind who roots for this team, is a fan for this team, or even had a thought about this team, didn't expect them to do what they're doing this season. I'll admit that. But now that they're here, and the prospects and the young players are finally breaking out, we might be ahead of schedule. This is only year one with one of the top 5 youngest rosters in all of hockey. Jack Hughes isn't even 22 years old yet. Nico Hischier is 23. The key guys on this team aren't even in their prime yet. So I say, make the playoffs this year and take it like a learning experience. You're playing with house money at this point. You've done everything and anything to exceed my expectations. This season is a massive success. Now, granted, if the collapse does happen and you miss, I'll be singing a different tune come the season recap video. But for now, everything is going, I shouldn't say the way it planned, because nobody expected this to happen, but why not us? Go out, do what you can, win some playoff games, maybe even win a series. You're playing with house money this year. And you still got more young players coming. This is going to be a big summer and offseason for this team. There's a lot of players with expiring contracts, and that we're going to have a lot of cap space. Obviously, there are some contracts to deal with. Jesper Bratt, of course. And his shit agent who doesn't... He wants $9 million. Do you trust Bratt with a $9 million contract? Personally, I tell him to F off. $9 million is a lot for one guy. And as much as I like Jesper Bratt, I don't think he's worth $9 million. So, we'll see what happens there. But it's going to be a summer. It's going to be a rest of the season. I shouldn't even say summer yet. It's going to be a hell of a fight the rest of the regular season, and I can't wait to see what happens. So with that, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching, of course. Quick channel note, we have finally reached 50 subscribers, baby. Let's freaking go. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed told a friend. Spread the word. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I am just some random dude from New Jersey who films on a frickin' cell phone on top of 2 milk crates. This ain't professional. I don't have a filming room with soundproof walls and a tripod with an actual camera. I'm just doing this all on my cell phone. I'm a nobody, really. But the fact that 50 of you have subscribed, and I know not all of you watch, I read the numbers, but that's okay. The fact that you have clicked that subscribe button just to give me a chance, I am so grateful and appreciative of that. And I do have planned soon a 50 subscriber milestone video. Because now that I have 50 subscribers, YouTube allows me to dub live streams. So I do have something planned in the future for that. I don't want to reveal it yet because I need to get a date and a time, of course, and maybe set a couple things up. I don't know. But I just want to say thanks again for getting me to 50 subscribers. And what do we do now? Well, we go for 100, baby. We're halfway there. That's the new goal. 100 is the next goal. We'll see what happens, but with that, for now, again, thank you for watching, of course. My name is Trevor, and I will see you for the next one.